Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, December 23, 2021. 31 bargaining units representing 80% of public sector workers have now agreed to the 4% wage increase for the 2021-2022 fiscal year. Among the latest groups to sign are the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, the Nurses Association of Jamaica, and the Jamaica Midwives Association, representing a combined 10,000 public sector employees. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, says the pace at which these signings are being finalized is indicative of government's commitment to the process and the latitude provided by the country's economic stability.
And we're seeing the dividend of that here, that even in a pandemic, we're able to conclude, 31 bargaining groups representing 80,000 workers within the first 9 months of the year.
President of the NAJ, Patsy Edwards-Henry, says her group is not satisfied with the offer, but is looking beyond and in anticipation of the public sector compensation review.
We are looking for better days. We are looking and hoping that as we sign today, it will signal the beginning of a new year for negotiation. So we're hoping to be called to the table early, and we look forward to what the compensation review will bring.
Similar sentiments were expressed by the other trade unions at Wednesday's wage signing. The United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has lowered Jamaica's COVID-19 travel risk from a level 3 to a level 2 designation. This new classification places the destination in a risk category lower than that of more than 70% of countries worldwide. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says it recognizes the country's efforts to effectively contain the spread of COVID-19, adding that the new classification will undoubtedly positively affect the number of U.S. visitors traveling to the island during the winter tourist season. The minister says the country's health authorities and the Jamaican people must be commended for their efforts to reduce COVID-19 infection and hospitalization rates, which bodes well for our risk assessment rankings. Under the CDC update, which was made yesterday, U.S. citizens should be fully vaccinated before traveling to destinations that have the Level 2 designation. The CDC also suggests that unvaccinated travelers who are at an increased risk of developing severe illnesses from COVID-19 should avoid unnecessary travel to these locations. A Level 3 country, which Jamaica was at previously, is considered to have a high COVID-19 prevalence, and unvaccinated travelers generally are advised to abstain from unnecessary travel to these locations. Jamaica is on track to receive over 1.5 million visitors by the end of 2021. With a strong start to the winter tourist season, tourism officials also anticipate that the country will reach pre-pandemic levels of arrivals by the third quarter of 2023. In the meantime, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is urging Jamaicans to be on alert for the Omicron variant of COVID-19. This as a traveler from the island to the United Kingdom has returned a positive test result for the variant. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says Jamaica was advised of the case through the United Kingdom's international health regulation system. He made the disclosure during the COVID conversation press briefing held on Wednesday.
This is a traveler who came here on a short stay in one of our resort facilities and went back and was confirmed for COVID and confirmed for the Omicron variant. I think it is best from a planning, from a precautionary perspective to conclude that Omicron is here within our population.
As the country prepares for a fourth wave of COVID infections, Dr. Tufton is reiterating that the Omicron variant spreads more easily than the original virus, with an infection rate of 2.5. Persons are urged to obey the COVID safety protocols and get vaccinated. In other news, Chief Justice Brian Sykes is reporting that for this year, 12 of the 13 parish courts achieved international standards with an overall clearance rate of 98.81%. He says that even with the reduction in legal services for 2 quarters of last year, because of the pandemic, the productivity of the parish courts has increased significantly.
A lot of work is being done in those courts, and what makes that particularly impressive is that this is coming out now of the pandemic, and we are still in the pandemic.
The Chief Justice was speaking recently at the handing over of the Manchester Family Court. He revealed that the Manchester Parish Court was forecasted to have a clearance rate of 131.52% by December 31. And finally, male wards at the Metcalfe Street Secure Juvenile Remand Center in Kingston now have the opportunity to explore and develop their talent in music, following the recent opening of the Black Diamond Music Studio at the facility. The studio was established through collaboration involving the Ministry of National Security, the Department of Correctional Services We Transform Youth Empowerment Program, and the Digicel Foundation. It has been outfitted with the necessary audio recording and mixing equipment. The wards will be exposed to training in music production and engineering, which will enable them to tap into their creativity while gaining marketable skills. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the studio provides another educational option for those wards who are not interested in the traditional subject offerings.
Music can be one of the greatest factors in not only maintaining unity in our country, but in doing the transforming the behavior of those we consider that are giving trouble in our most volatile communities. This event today at Metcalfe Street tell me that there's a number of people out there who are influenced, who are thinking like that, are beginning to set the stage for the use of music, to promote them among those of our young males who have had a challenge and give them the opportunity.
We Transform is the ministry's flagship youth program geared at providing children in correctional facilities with the skill sets, character, and support to become productive, exemplary citizens. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.